In 2012, Tim Brown retired from professional football after what was a pretty good career that included the 2010 South African World Cup as the vice-captain of New Zealand. But during his career, he never felt satisfied with his trainers despite being sponsored by Adidas and Nike along the way. He felt they were always too flashy with too many brand names. So he decided to make his own. He always felt curious about merino wool, and often asked himself why the material hadn't been used in the footwear industry. Well, that all changed when Brown won a $200,000 development grant from the New Zealand Wool Industry Research Group, and with some help from agricultural scientists, Brown developed a patented wool shoe material which was tough enough to withstand the stress that a shoe goes through whilst being comfortable and not itchy. Merino wool, which is used by premium brands, forms the shoe's upper with a SweetFoam for the sole, which makes for a resilient shoe. In 2014, Brown launched the Wool Runner shoes on Kickstarter to raise some much-needed funding, targeting $30,000 with the world's first woolen running shoes designed to be worn sockless. And he raised $119,000 in 5 days, selling over 1,000 pairs and having to stop the campaign as they'd ran out of materials. Teaming up with Joey Zwillinger, an engineer and renewables expert, the pair launched AllBirds in 2016 as co-founders and co-CEOs. AllBirds being a nod to the homeland as it refers to New Zealand's first settlers who found hardly any mammals when they arrived on the island of Allbirds. The trainers are made to be soft and comfortable with a minimalist look. That look proved popular, with AllBirds selling their millionth pair just 2 years after launch. Now, AllBirds have had a bit of luck along the way, like when Time magazine suggested they were the world's comfiest shoes on launch day. But the simplicity, not just in the shoe, but in the limited product range, meant that they could focus on perfecting 1 or 2 simple shoes with simple pricing at around $95 to $120 a pair, which meant the business model was fairly simple too. The distribution strategy followed this simplicity, with AllBirds operating B2C, selling directly to consumers and controlling manufacturing and distribution. They opened up a couple of brick-and-mortar stores in New York, San Francisco, and London, and began to build relationships with their fans. Now, some of those fans were pretty well known, including DiCaprio, who wears them and invests in the company, Larry Page, Ben Horowitz, Oprah, McConaughey, Paltrow, they're all wearing them. AllBirds' USP is that they're environmentally friendly and ethically sourced. Made from merino wool and SweetFoam, which is made from sugarcane, it's the world's first carbon-negative EVA polymer. The natural materials make for light, breathable, machine-washable shoes, and the long-term goal of AllBirds is to emit no carbon by measuring everything, using recycled and natural products, and offsetting the difference. Simplicity sells, and when you can put your shoes in the washing machine, then it revolutionizes fashion and the way people think about footwear. It stretches beyond Wool Runner shoes, as they also began making slip-on wool loungers in 2018, as well as small birds, kid-sized shoes. They also do a pair of SweetFoam Flip Flops, and they now make a non-wool shoe called Tree Runners and Tree Dashers made from eucalyptus trees because of the cooling qualities of eucalyptus. But AllBirds are well aware that people don't just buy their products because they're sustainable. It's also because they're great. Their products now stretch beyond footwear, offering clothes as well as high-top versions of their trainers. Before 2021, AllBirds was a private company, so its financials were quite opaque. However, in August 2021, they filed for IPO, which has revealed their financial position. Their 2020 revenue of $219 million is impressive considering the company's age, but net losses reached $25 million, so there's still work to be done to reach profitability. Its IPO valuation is yet to be revealed, with estimates around the $2 billion mark, following investment of $50 million from T. Rowe Price in 2018, which valued the business at $1.4 billion at the time. Investors therefore are interested in AllBirds, but Silicon Valley are obsessed, and it's no surprise when they're interested in an innovative product that does things differently. The rise of athleisure has also seen an increased demand for quality, comfortable clothing and footwear. It's now cool to wear running shoes to run errands and lounge around. Neil Blumenthal, the Warby Parker co-founder and co-CEO, believes that with the internet, people can find out every piece of information, and if you're inauthentic, you're easily found out. But if there's one brand that defines authenticity, I think it's AllBirds. To sum it up, simplicity is a big player in the success of the business, but at the end of the day, it's finally cool to care. And that's how it happened. Thanks for watching.